chaos for you guys. A lot has been going on the last few days. I just wanted to let you know that. So, the first thing first is YouTube and Facebook and Reddit are facing lawsuits claiming that they're radicalizing people who are doing mass shootings and other things. I just wanted to say that this is going to cost something for those of you guys that know about the virtual reality and how they were playing with our community with clinical trials for space drugs. That this is going to end up turning into something bigger with my channel, where a lot of people end up getting hit up for what they were doing. And also, to just know that there was another article that I saw where they're saying that YouTube has to release who's watching certain videos if there's like a criminal probe. So for those of you guys that are worried about that, just go ahead and use what's that thing called, private browser. But you guys can go ahead and find out that this is what's currently going on with YouTube and tech and people playing on the computer. So just know that that's happening. Abandoned cars, there's something going on where they're sweeping all like the on the low cars that you guys are using to do a lot of stuff, because they're wondering how people are bypassing like all the security steps and things like that and not getting caught with cars and all these different things. So one of the things that's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial for you guys in terms of how you can do that on your computer. Make a technology like that using Fortran and Algo, of course BCD and floating point values, to go ahead and bring down a logarithm that will allow you to bring down a specific type of Boolean structure to go ahead and override the current one that's there. You can go ahead and use that and go, and you don't need to go to the tutorial. Yeah, so they're saying that burglaries are down by 50%, but also saying that crime is up. There's a lot going on where the police are not able to record certain crimes, and then they're not even making it to the place, and then they're just doing incident reports. There's a lot going on. Cloud services are going to be blocked in Russia. Okay, good. Accounts were hacked. Yeah, a lot going on. And then again with this chaos that's going on here. Yeah. This is old. This happened a while ago, but they're showing it now that people have been getting caught up for crypto laundering. She was in London, UK. This is relating to some men that went out to jail out there in like 2021 or in 2020 because something a bunch of people in crypto were doing, crypto investors were doing with laundering and specific technologies and playing games with other tokens and whatnot and causing a bunch of chaos. So there we go. Yeah, tech-funded group seeks takeover of San Francisco by getting a bunch of addresses, fudging election data, things like that, causing a bunch of chaos, making Cyborgia vote for certain people. It's just a lot going on, and they're all getting caught. I think it's important to look at who the governor has recently appointed as judges. And also, too, there's something going on with the water supply where they're dumping fentanyl and different water things into water supplies in certain areas to do like long-term like testing studies about the effects of certain chemicals on certain people for like population control. So they got caught doing that too. So yeah, 14,000 abandoned cars reportedly over 6 months. 14,000 in 6 months abandoned cars. Yeah, yeah. Look at this. Yeah, he went to war with the FBI. They came to his house. They raided him. He is an executive at the Bill and Hillary Clinton Airport. They said that he was doing gun trafficking, and they ended up going into a gunfight. He went out like a G. Yeah, Brian Malinowski. Yeah, playing with Cyborgia, stuff like that. Got caught gun trafficking because of what came out on YouTube with all these little boys and what's going on in the hood with guns and stuff like that. And then white people, the white supremacist factions, having all these different guns too. And then the store, they're tracking the stores and no one's going to the store. I told you the gun store is empty. So there's a bunch of shit that's going on. Yeah, I told you. And I told you how Russia, they got their planes put on the ground. They were starting a bunch of shit, and also for organs, giving them to ops so that they can get killed. And then they're using organs for like testing and stuff like that, testing the tissue and all these different things for chemicals. Woo, baby, the whole game got exposed. It was just one last thing that had to get unraveled, and now people can really go to war like hardcore, because it was stuff that it was going back and forth like, yeah, but they've been doing that, but like, okay, no, this is crazy, I need to move. Like, oh, this is actually really out of control. It's something that we can all on the same page get on and agree, because the data and evidence is there, and say that this is actually absolutely out of control, and there needs to be like hardcore action and a specific methodology placed on, you know, this problem. And that's what's going to end up happening now. And I'm talking like this because you guys know that I have to put it in layman's terms that a lot of people are going to get on the same page about hood stuff. So I have to explain it in that way so you guys understand just how like elevated in consciousness people have become in regards to different situations that have been going on. People are getting more tactical and people will get more tactical, right? And then on top of that too, using this type of language lets you know that I'm asserting a specific like a logarithm here, a way of thinking here, right? Thought process that is showing you that this problem has been coming up time and time again, and it's finally going to get abated because now the language is clear around it, right? The professional language is clear, which is like white language, right? The hood language is clear. The language of different immigrant groups, etc., it's here, and now it can stop. And then this has something to do with all the wars and trafficking of people from different countries, trying to get them to move out into different places so they can test drugs and cause a bunch of drama and cause problems. DMV facilities experiencing network outage, yeah, because something's going to come up with a bunch of people going to go and upload like their going to go ahead and upload their IDs and things like that so that they can bypass TSA and all kinds of stuff and get people's information and data, and also upload cars that were stolen. All kinds of stuff is going on, having that system going. So just know that there's a lot going on. Yeah, second mind dies following a Pleasant Hill shooting. Yeah, and a robbery attempt. There's a lot going on. Yeah, former San Francisco official charged with embezzlement because people are really getting investigated, playing with London breed. And you see how this is before, and then this is like after, right? So imagine like somebody just passed away, this is what their body looks like. With the specific type of like chemical sequence that I brought down through the astrology floating point, it can make their body go like this in less than like an hour and like rapidly like dissolve in like 3 days. And that will save us a bunch of money for funeral care, you know? Hold on. Okay. So, Jim Kramer, he's a judge in the Alameda County Superior Court. He died. Yeah, he was young. You know what? Whoa, the three wise men may have to like show their hand again and get on YouTube and show what's been going on with all the deaths that have been happening because of the warfare. And how people have been really getting hit with chemical servers, getting hit with different technologies that they're putting out, because there was a floating point that carries a specific type of logarithm for reversal. It carries a specific chemical sequence for a mirror that's magnified at 300 px, and that's getting placed on people who are playing with this technology. I think you guys need to understand how lethal this is, that white people try to like do this to us and turn us all into like a clinical trial all at once, and we reverse that onto them just by minding our business. And the way that they got initiated in that is by they started using the technology on each other, and the technology, there's this astrological transits that were activated and then conjuncted with the technology that then created the mirror effect that they're seeing now with them getting caught up in basically the contraption that they created. Yeah, Maritza Ming, top aide to the DA, Eric Gonzalez, leaves office. Yeah, amid drama and chaos in the Dominican community, playing with vocalists, starting a bunch of stuff, leaking people's cases. Clarissa getting murdered. I don't know if you guys saw that. This paralegal ended up getting murdered. Whoa, in New York. Whoa, baby. Whoa. This is like high tea. And some of you guys are like, how are you keeping a handle on all this hood shit? Well, it all started on YouTube because everyone was getting readings about different gang stalking things. Like it blew up in everyone's hood all at once. So when people were coming to me getting readings about different things, I saw how my story was like in several other people's story with just different elements of maybe like human trafficking here, immigrant chaos there, playing on people's farms over there, technology over here, SPO work over there, CPS and stuff like that, people playing on the phone like that over there. And that's how this has been going on. And I keep on telling you guys that this is like hella out of control. Look at Clarissa, New York. Woo! Clarissa Burgos killed. Yeah. Yeah. Because they were playing in the office and causing a bunch of chaos. Yeah, she was a paralegal working in a legal office. Addresses getting leaked, a bunch of stuff going on, and that DA involved in it. The DA's assistant. Yeah. Woo! Speaking of, you guys, there's something called like MTC University. MTC, it used to be called something like something University, MTC University or whatnot. But what they end up doing is they have like two free certificates. You can get your associates in legal studies, or you can get your paralegal certificate. It's like free online, but you have to go register and go through like a bunch of like things with them. It's like an interview process, not to get into the program, but like you when you sign up, you have to go through like orientation. You have to like be on your P's and Q's, do timed date things, date functions for the program. So I just wanted to like let you guys know that that's out there. Okay, because a lot of you guys are in the spirit of work, and I definitely know that. I definitely been putting in a lot of work, and I know a lot of other people have been too. Sorry, I'm just feeding the birds. If you feel me pause, it's just because I'm. Yeah, shootouts with the feds, reselling the guns to gun manufacturing companies. Ooh, or to pawn shops and stuff. Wait, Hillary Clinton, exactly, the former president. Yeah, they got caught like that playing. Their family, their foundation, everything that they were giving a bunch of people like in Africa like bad drugs and stuff like that to test on their body, different population control stuff, so that they can open farms in their land after they're clearing out whole villages. I'm telling you, this is gonna come to an end because that reversal server is gonna end up blasting them. I'm gonna go ahead and open up a portal, and in 3 places there's going to be like a mirror effect, and that's in the body that's passed away, that's in the body that's in the chemical and its functions on all the different organ systems during and like after like death. And there's going to be a portal that ends up opening for transference, right, of that entire body created by that chemical. Because when you go through different like chemical warfare, the chemical itself creates like a body, right? So let's say, for instance, you take like a bad chemical or you smell a chemical, it creates a body that attaches to your nervous system. And that body then it starts to like influence your nervous system, influence other parts of your body, influence your energy fields, etc. And it even makes energy fields. So we're going to go ahead and reverse all that back to them that are playing with these different chemical warfare. And you're going to see something like really crazy and chaotic end up happening for the karma for playing with all those chemicals. And I just wanted to tell you that because of this, the whole entire African American community, Spanish community, indigenous community, globally, the immigrant community, we own the pharmaceutical industry. So I'm going to go ahead and put your name in that Akasha so you can own that. And the only type of spectrometry that will work, the only type of analysis that will work, the only type of spiral play that will work, the only type of geometry that will work or reaction sets that will work that are like used in like biochemistry, like or in computing in the computer, anything that works in those realms, it's going to be from like the indigenous people. They have to run those systems. And I have something for you guys, the indigenous community, that, and I know you guys want to do stuff like plant editing, making chemicals. We can make pharmaceuticals from herbs and stuff like that. Why don't we do that? Making things a little bit better, making things stronger so you can reduce the dosage and increase the effect. All of that type of stuff, all of that you can do with this platform. But I'm going to show you guys how it works, and then I'm going to show you what's been going on with clinical trials in our community, because I think what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a research study done on this about like in the community to rule out the foundations doing it, and it's going to be something big like, we want to see what you're investing in. We want to see where you're putting money in certain communities for tracking of data, and we want to look at that across people going missing, and we also want to look at that across different levels of chemicals, non-molecular entities that are in the sky at that time, where they're blasting it on people to test, and then putting in water supplies, and then we want to test that against those type of like drug applications being put for like the FDA. And I'm saying that to say you guys are going to see something with a lot of different like people shutting down their data, no more websites, because they're not understanding that the way that you can go ahead and do this is by looking into fragmented clinical trial data. So what does that mean? It means instead of testing the whole chemical, we just see what chemicals bind, and then we test those chemicals that we've seen already work. You're going to see something really crazy. How did you test that in a rat, but it didn't work in these different like humans? And then what ends up happening is you guys are having drug recalls. You're going to end up finding in a swift instant every single last organization that was involved in having people trafficked and kidnapped and put in like homelessness so that they can play with people's kids and play with this genetic testing that I've been talking about. So that's where we're gonna stop right there. And I just want to let you guys know that like this whole Bill and Clinton thing that I'm showing you guys is involved in that, and that's how far this is gonna go. And they knew that it was gonna get to this point, but they didn't think that it would come out like this with Cyborgia and all them getting exposed. This is very serious, and know that they were flying in. They were flying stuff in and out too. Woo, yeah, given death sentence because they poisoned him playing with Chiang. Yeah, playing the Dai Li. Jealousy. Play too much. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. They're putting all this stuff like out. This is like a hardware website that's showing hardware for the computer. Okay. Laptop extension card, so you can move like the memory and data like to the USB that you attach to your computer, and then people can't see like what you've been doing on that computer or on different networks because of the coding there. But each of the companies have to secure the coding, so there's an easy way to break that with ASIC strings all the way through. And then there's a way that you can just put a floating point on that so that that coding doesn't show up. So then you get to get the memory of the device as well too. That's done for. This nonsense is gonna have to like go like this until they stop. And you guys have seen that this computer has worked. Yeah, Mario Franco. Yeah. Nah. 2 politicians and ex-police chief arrested over her murder. You guys remember Mario Franco was the only black woman on the Rio de Janeiro City Council out of 51 members, and they assassinated her. Yeah, yes, Leo Virgo energy too. Leo Virgo energy for sure. You guys have no idea the type of war that this started in Brazil. That's why there's a big ass war right now with the police and white people, and they ended up getting caught up. Yeah, really fighting for black people out there. Like a lot of shit was happening. There was like a lot of ops involved in that too. It was like a lot of nonprofits and like foundations that were involved in that because black people in Brazil were coming up. Oh, I went to the store the other day and I got some like peppers and look, it was $3.13. Okay, so that's what I just wanted to show you guys. There wasn't much on my phone. There wasn't much with the proof of chaos. I think I may have missed a few things with the proof of chaos that had come up the other day. Okay, no, I got everything. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. Bye.